part 2 of my review. Getting more personal here with the tattoo and experience and the symbolism. So, looking back on this again. See? So, the circle on bottom, it's the add-on, and then on top is a circle in a poi geometry called triqueta, and the symbols around it represent my concept of gender, with feminine on top, and then below are the masculine and trans symbols in my own artistic rendering. And they are all equally placed around the center of this being, my being in the flow. This was my identity that I developed in my early 20s, which is still present with me now. But what I've learned of myself is that I also am of emptiness. I've been studying the Tao Te Ching through daily, well, almost daily, frequent short meditations and sometimes long meditations. Um, Various experiences have led me to Taoism, and that in Taoism is this concept of duality, of being and non-being, and that the the Tao is the way of being present in the flow of things, and being and non-being are fundamental truths of the way, but they are both from the Tao. Um, there would be no non. Uh, the the words go like this. From chapter 11, Tao Te Ching. We join spokes together in a wheel, but it is the center hole that makes the wagon move. We shape clay into a pot, but it is the emptiness inside that holds whatever we want. We hammer wood for a house, but it is the inner space that makes it livable. We work with being, but non-being is what we use. So when I breathe and I fill my lungs with air, the lungs expand, and they expand into empty space in my diaphragm, and that is all entering into non-being to fill a void so that I may breathe. Non-being, holding space for emptiness, is essential for living, and that being may have space to move freely. And as I sit with this more, I feel like it's the most valuable lesson of life that I can possibly learn. Here is a drawing I made to depict the image that I wanted, and to show myself like this is what's going to be. So and I'm really happy with how this tattoo turned out, and I'm really happy with the quality of service from T in the experience. She took really good care of me, and we had a lot of fun conversing during the whole time, and she was like just on a good level with me. I felt like it was really authentic. The birdhouse tattoo environment feels very relaxing and supportive. There's tons and tons of plants along the walls, hanging from the ceilings, on shelves. in the space all across. There's also like statues of birds spaced throughout um, the studio interior, so that's really cool. There's like artwork everywhere, and it feels just so warm and inviting. So um, I just want to give another shout out for the tattoo studio, Birdhouse Tattoo, and T. Gomez. Now, the my own thoughts with this tattoo, reasons for getting it. Tea is wonderful. So I chose this date for the tattoo because I have just completed my third cycle of Seattle to Portland bike ride, and this feels significant in my world of like, feels like a cycle coming full circle on itself. It was 4 years ago in 2019 that I did STP for the first time with my friend Gary. Um, and now this was my third, and I went with Calvin, my friend, and it was his first time. So I'm really happy I could support Calvin through his experience with that. Um, I feel like a warrior that's completed a major trial in doing the STP is an accomplishment. 210 miles in the weekend is what I pedaled Saturday and Sunday this past weekend, and it took all of my strength and concentration to complete that race. And I'm really happy with myself that at the end I was still riding strong and, with determination to get to the finish line at as best of a velocity as I could. Um, and then afterwards, I was ready to collapse. I was like so tired, and I just had to get some things in order at the finish line, get some food. Anyway, the tattoo is also coming full circle, completing a cycle, because when I got um, the bean content, this is the upper half. That's all the bean in there. I was like 23 or 22, and I knew it was only half of the drawing that I wanted. But I didn't know what the other half would be. I had thought I would get a rainbow to fill out the space inside, but I didn't have the money for it then. And so I just sat with it and waited for like years. It's been 12 years. I'm 34. It's been 12 years since that first work, and now that I'm here, I feel happy that I didn't do the color. It would have been distracting. I feel happy that it's a solid black ink. Um, I wasn't intending for the touch up, but T suggested it, that it would make the image of this art more homogeneous as the same color tone. It would age in a uniform manner, and so the quality and longevity of it overall would be much improved. And so um, that extended our session by a lot, probably another hour, So it was more than I was expecting, and I'm really happy that we did that, because as you can see again, my shirt sleeve. Looking at again, like the ink is the same color and tone and darkness, and so yeah, I think it'll have that homogeneous look that I'm going for. I could go on with philosophy about Taoism and this symbols, but I'm now at 10 minutes, so I think I need to end this. But if anyone wants to hear more of thoughts about this artwork, well, you know how to find me if you're watching this.